Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So this is part 3 and the last part of the buy series that I'm doing with my samples. And yeah, I have 6 more to show you guys. I'm going to talk a little bit of the notes and then we will talk through whether or not I would actually purchase full bottles based on these samples. So I have 3 from Calvin Klein. And the first one I have is Calvin Klein One. And this one has lists pineapple, orange, lemon, violet, rose, cedar, and many other notes. So this one, I presume a lot of you already know what this smells like. It was very big in the 90s. It was one of the most kind of infamous or famous commercials that came out for a perfume because it was completely unisex. Well, what they were claiming, and I believe all fragrance is, but it was just very unisex and clean and fresh and just very 90s. And yeah, it's still made today. It's still somewhat popular, albeit not to the degree that it was when it first came out. And I did actually purchase a full bottle after receiving this little sample, and I went through a full bottle already. I think only one full bottle, but yeah. This is a really nice, fresh, citrusy, slightly woody fragrance. I don't really get any of that pineapple. I do get the orange, the lemon, I suppose maybe some violet and rose, but not to the degree that it's a floral in any way. And definitely some woods in there, some cedar wood and maybe some sandalwood. I like this fragrance. It's really fresh, it's clean, it's great for summer or spring. And honestly, it's just a really clean citrus fragrance. It was kind of really big when it came out. I still really like it, and maybe if I was in the mood, I would repurchase another full bottle, but as of now, I'm happy with the one I finished, and I'm happy just with this little sample. Then we've got Eternity by Calvin Klein. I talked a little bit about this, just a little bit in my most recent haul actually, because I picked up Eternity Intense, which I love and I'm so obsessed with, and this is the original. And this one has carnation, lily of the valley, pink, sandalwood, musk, and an array of other notes. And honestly, the main note that you get from this and what it's famous for is that carnation. It's a very spicy floral, and as it starts to wear off, you do get some of that musk as well. And yeah, it's slightly woody, very spicy floral because of that carnation. It's nice, but like I said in that other video, it's a little too dated for me. It's not one that I enjoy that much. I'm just happy with this little sample for reference and for nostalgic purposes, but I don't see myself ever buying a full bottle of this. Then the third and last Calvin Klein is Obsession by Calvin Klein, and this one I might have to actually spray a little because I haven't used it and sprayed it in a very long time. And this one, yeah, it's very spicy. It's got spices, coriander, jasmine, oak moss, civet, and incense. I don't enjoy civet in fragrances. I'm not an animalic fragrance kind of person. I don't always, but I do try to get myself and my nose kind of accustomed to a lot of different notes because I just enjoy fragrance and the making of fragrance and everything around it so much, but I haven't been able to get into civet as of yet. This is a very spicy oriental fragrance. Obsession by Calvin Klein isn't one I wear on myself. I think all of the sprays that I've used have just been for reference purposes. Maybe I've used it once on my skin, but it's just too spicy, too, I don't know, slightly too oak mossy, too animalic, it's not even that animalic, but it is for me. Yeah, and I really don't enjoy this one. Secret Obsession, however, I own a full bottle of and I'm obsessed with. It is the most beautiful amber. It's so inexpensive. If you find it, it's gorgeous and I love. But actual Obsession, no. And it's kind of the same thing for Eternity. I love Eternity Intense, which smells very different and powdery and lipsticky to me, but original Eternity I would pass on. Then we've got 2 from Nest, and the first one's actually Nest Indigo, and this one has Moroccan tea, cashmere wood, and cardamom. And this one I love. It's a rollerball. Oh my God, I love this one. I love tea fragrances. I'm really getting even more into them now. And this one's a really beautiful woody tea fragrance, I would say. I have sprayed this on myself in the store as well. And it's one I always come back to. Out of all the Nest ones, just having tried them in the store, this is the one I prefer from First Sniff. And I was really happy to get this little sample. Because it's a rollerball, I don't end up using it that often because I'm just not a rollerball person. I prefer to spray my fragrances. But I do really like this, and I would purchase a full bottle of this, definitely. Then we've got Black Tulip by Nest. And this one has plum, pink pepper, violet, and patchouli. And I'll roll this one over here. Yeah, this one's a little bit spicier, a little more floral. I do get that plum note, and it is actually a really nice plum note. And it is nice. Black Tulip is one that I like. I will continue to wear and use up the sample. However, rarely I use my rollerballs, but it's one I definitely like and would wear. But between the two, if I had to pick only one, I prefer Nest Indigo, but this is a nice one. Then we've got Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black. And I love this one. This one has violet, sandalwood, and vanilla. And this was released with Nirvana White at the same time. And honestly, I liked both pretty much equally. And I had little mini samples of both. I finished White already. I still have Nirvana Black. And I really do like it. I do own Nirvana French Grey. And that one, it's not listed in the notes, but I really feel like it's a tea fragrance for me personally on my skin. And this one's really nice. I wouldn't purchase a full bottle of this unless I found it for a really big deal, just because I think I was really into it when it first came out, and now I'm kind of over it, so I wouldn't seek it out by any means, but I do like it, and it is a nice fragrance. And finally, one I actually got pretty recently in an order, and I was always thinking about getting it because I saw it a couple months ago in someone's haul, and I'd never seen it before. It's People Are People by Christian Siriano, and it's got a really cool bottle. It's kind of interesting bottle, and I was interested in it because of the description and everything, and I'd never seen it before. And then I ordered some fragrances, and lo and behold, this was the sample that came. And it's got fresh bergamot, pink pepper, black prune, vanilla orchid, Egyptian jasmine, tuberose, and heliotrope. And it dries down with notes of patchouli, warm vanilla, and creamy sandalwood. And I love this fragrance. I'm so happy that I randomly came across that haul that introduced me to this because I saw it really nowhere. And then out of pure luck, they sent me a sample of this, and I love it. I definitely want to get a full bottle of this. It's not that expensive. And the heliotrope and jasmine and tuberose in this, vanilla orchid, I mean, it has so many of my favorite notes. It's not too peppery because of the pink pepper. That can always kind of set me off sometimes. And creamy sandalwood, it is just absolutely stunning. I would definitely get a full bottle of this, and I actually think sometime this year I do see myself definitely buying a bottle. Yeah, I love it. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.